Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you how I made these vegan chicken pieces using something called TVP. So TVP is short for texturized vegetable protein, and it's basically just a vegan meat replacer made from soy. So there are these like dried hard pieces that pretty much have no flavor to them, and yeah, you just have to rehydrate them and put a lot of flavor in them. And then you can just bake them, fry them, cook them, just use them however you want. So I got mine at Rewe, which is a German supermarket, and they have a few different like shapes and sizes. But a lot of other stores also have these, and you can also order them online. So they are pretty cheap. I bought this pack for $2.29 and it is 100 grams. But they do expand quite a lot, so that is quite a lot of vegan meat replacer that you get. So we're going to start by cooking the pieces in some salted water. So in most recipes people use the same amount of liquid and the same amount of TVP, so just a 1-on-1 ratio. I just like to use a lot more liquid since it's just way easier to cook in, I think. So I used about 600 milliliters of water for the 100 grams of TVP. And yeah, just bring the water to a boil. So you could flavor the water a lot more at this point. I just like to use water since you squeeze most of the water out later anyways. And yeah, I just like to add more flavor afterwards. So yeah, once the water is boiling, turn off the heat and add the pieces to the pan. And then cover the pan with the lid and let them soak for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, we can make the marinade. So I just cut up some garlic and some red chili pepper and mix that with the rest of the ingredients. So I did forget to film that I also added some pepper in this marinade. Not sure what happened, but yeah, I still added it. I just forgot to film it. So yeah, just mix that and let the marinade sit for about 5 minutes. So once the pieces are hydrated, you can drain them and put them in a bowl to cool off. Once the pieces are not too hard to touch anymore, you can squeeze each piece and just get as much water out of it as possible. There's still a lot of water that comes out of it, as you can see. So once you're done with all of the pieces, add them to a bowl and then add the marinade. So mix this carefully until all the pieces are coated. It was pretty difficult for me since I used quite large pieces, so they were quite difficult to mix. But if you use smaller pieces, they will be very easy to mix. So once all the pieces are coated, I just let this sit for about 15 minutes to let all the flavors develop. So lastly, we'll need to fry the pieces. So I added enough oil to cover the bottom of the pan and then just heated this oil up. Once the oil is hot enough, you can add the pieces to it and fry them for about 5 minutes on each side on medium heat. So I pushed the sides of my pieces down a bit here because they were kind of funny shaped. The edges were a bit like round and just wouldn't stay flat. Anyways, once one side is done, you can flip them and then fry the other side. And that's it. So let the pieces leak out on a bit of kitchen paper towel and then you can just serve them like this. I don't really think they need a sauce, but you could also make a sauce to go with it, of course, if you want to. So here you can see what they look like on the inside, and the pieces have such a nice texture and they taste so good. I really like them. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and that you'll try it as well. Have a great day and until next time. Bye!
Tell me I'm the